Well, hello there. Something just a little bit different today. One of the first videos that I put on YouTube, I think it's, I don't know if it's sixth or just one of the very early videos, it was about Culross, which is where I am just now, Culross in Fife. And it was a kind of handheld camera job where I'm wandering around with the camera on a pole like some sort of processional mace and just wandering the kind of little cobbled lanes in this lovely little village. And I think that's one of the kind of video types that I've always kind of hankered after, if that's the word. Just as if the viewer is wandering streets and lanes and things. I've seen videos like that and they're just very interesting. I've got a new camera and I'm not convinced that I want to make videos or all my videos from now on like that. It's a GoPro camera. I got rid of the Sony that I had. The main reason for that was that when you're wandering around with that camera and the tripod I was using, if you're wandering around all day, then the weight starts to become a bit of an issue. So I thought the GoPro was a perfect solution. It's a light camera. There are issues, you know, when you get a new camera or a new bit of gear or a new toy, there's always a fraught period where you're not sure how things work and you suddenly realise that there's things that aren't as good as your old camera. It swings and roundabouts, there'll be things better than my old camera and things not quite so good. One of the main issues I think is that the GoPro is so small that the viewing area to allow you to frame and compose a shot, it's so small that it's very hard to see that. In the same way that the micro SD card, it's a little bigger than a grain of sand. But anyway, I thought I'd return to Culross after about I think it was about 8 years ago I did that video. And just have another look at the place. In many ways, this for me is a test, a kind of field test for the camera. And for you guys, I hope you enjoy just wandering the streets of Culross again. I'll do some handheld stuff, but I'll use the tripod as well. I'm looking at this GoPro. I can see it's still recording, but the little kind of viewing field so that I can see where I am has gone blank. It must just go blank after a while, so I better not move or I'll be out of shot. Anyway, welcome back to Culross. I think, as I may have said at the beginning of the video, in many ways, you know, making a video like this where you're just kind of having the camera wind its way through the streets of a place as if the viewer himself or herself is doing that. It's an appealing way of doing things. You know, I suppose it's a wee bit like, you know, when you come back from your holidays and you've got your photographs and you're desperate to show people your photos. Look at this, and look at this, and look at this. And I think that's maybe what this is all about. Just want to show people stuff. Look at this, and look at that. Culross is full of little lanes like that. And you just want to explore them. But my foot's actually, I keep thinking it's getting better, and my God, yesterday and today I'm kind of limping, you know, it's not getting any better. And the camera, this camera, I mean, as I said earlier, there are issues, you know, with everything. But I got a GoPro Max tripod sort of and sort of pole thing, and it's just not really very good. I think it was only $49.99, but when you extend it, it's a very short twist to keep it extended, and it's also an accidental short twist to have it suddenly unextend and collapse with some force, you know. I had it set up on the desk a couple of times, fully extended, fiddling with the camera, and it suddenly just dropped down, you know. There we go. Also, I found it was this is interesting because I can't see myself in this screen, so I have no idea whatsoever if I'm in shot. I'll need to try and sort this out here. But here's another lovely little thing here. You got all these things, and Culross, the lock it well, and plenty of information about it. Not sure if you'll be able to see it there. But I found when I did a little trial in the house of the GoPro camera, let me change hands here. This might be light, but my arm's getting sore. I found I couldn't play the video files on my computer. I couldn't see them, couldn't play them. I thought, I wonder if I can see them and sort of edit them in DaVinci Resolve. Nope. And I thought, right, well, I'm in big trouble now. I've made a serious blunder getting rid of my old camera. I had to end up going into a Microsoft store to buy a kind of, it's a Covec sort of extension pack or something. It cost me 79 pence. All that hassle for 79 pence when Microsoft is constantly updating things, you know, and you think, what's going on there, you know? One, why was this little codec thing not in the computer in the first place? And if it wasn't, why did Microsoft not include it in some other updates? For me, it doesn't show Microsoft in good light. Really doesn't. There was another thing, I'm trying to remember what it was. Can't remember. Anyway, let's head down here and we'll explore one of the little lanes. Yeah. Hag's Wynd looks suitably steep and just ideal for knackering my foot even further. Let's go. I've just remembered what the other thing was in connection with the GoPro purchase. I needed a USB wall charger to charge the batteries. Which sounds fairly straightforward, you know, but I already had 2 USB wall chargers, but the output of them wasn't sufficient. I needed 5 volt and 2 amp output, so I had to go out and buy one. And of course in the shop the guy was very helpful, but even in the one brand of USB wall charger there was different types of them. I mean, what a nightmare. Thankfully this guy was spot on, gave me the one that did the job. I charged the batteries. My God, these cobbles are doing my foot in. Right. Well, that little lane took me up to a wonderful viewpoint over Culross and across the Firth of Forth. And I found another little lane going down. And even at the end of that bit there was another lane. There's lanes all over the place. And I think I'm going to end my video here. It'll be a good test for the camera, and I won't really know how the land lies until I get home and have a look at the footage. It's all a learning experience, fraught with tension, of course. I mean, it's spring now, you know. The birds can sense it, they're all twittering and stuff, and the crocuses have come up and the daffodils have come up, although they haven't flowered yet. It's spring and the beginning of another year, and all the hope and the promise that that brings. I'm Eddie Burns, take care, and I'll see you again.